Good morning. It's well, nearly Thursday dinner time. Thanks for all the comments, praising my work and that, and it's great for morale and gives me a bit of a kick, to get on with doing the jobs. But today I thought I would show what happens when you chase for the flat finish. Now sometimes it goes wrong, not very often, and depending on the car, depends really on how far I really want to try and go. Certain cars you wouldn't go as far as I've tried to on this, but anyway, the Porsche has been going very well. You've seen the videos of the door yesterday. But the rear quarter, to try and get it as flat as I got the door, I've actually broken through the lacquer. Well, I'm going to try, I don't know whether you'll be able to see it in the light, but during the flatting, we've actually broke through just here. Just starting to go, you can see the colour starting to brighten up, and now obviously I'm going to have it repainted again. Now this is the part really that a lot of detailers would now be ringing the body shop, but of course we've got our own body shop, and also I've been around body repairs all my life, and so the panel will now be repaired, as you can see by the panel. It's all flatted. I was flattening it anyway. It's just meant that I've had to go a little bit further for the new lacquer to key to all the panels. The car is now all masked off. We've back masked inside the doors, and scotch brighted the pad, so that we've got a key for the paint. Now the colour, I've already been and had the paint mixed. The colour will be blown on. It hasn't got to be all over the whole panel, but enough to colour back up where I've broke through, and then the whole panel will be lacquered after. Now I'm doing it in my own light room. The booth next door is having the Audi Quattro painted today, so I've got no chance of getting it in there. So we're going to do it in here. To be fair, it's about as dust free in here as it is in the spray booth, so I don't see any problems. I'll probably get the ceramic lamps on to cure it. But the important thing is that when we have accidents, it's our responsibility. We took responsibility, to try and chase a really nice finish, and we take the responsibility when we have an accident. The customer won't be charged for any of this work. This is all on me, and we stand by our work and our guarantee. When you bring your car in and you go into the level that Peter wants, then obviously I have to take some responsibility for making sure that the finish is there. If I break through trying to chase it too far, then as far as I'm concerned, that's on me. So I thought I'd show this today because not everything goes right all the time. This hasn't happened to me for a few years, and I wanted to show that how we put it right. It does happen. Like everything in life, we don't go through life with everything easy and not going wrong. But basically, we have the skills around us, to put these things right so that we can carry on. And in a lot of cases, the customer would never know that you've broke through. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I told Peter straight away what I've done. He's not bothered because you know, he's had many cars done by me. He trusts me. He knows that the car's going to be beautiful when it's finished, and of course he also knows that he's got no extra costs for putting it right if I have an accident. Now, you know, our body shop stands by the same guarantee. If we do any work and you're not happy, it gets done again, you're not charged again. And it's the same with the detailing. You know, you've got to have something that you can put your, you know, if nothing else, your word should be your bond. And, you know, in our case, you know, we promise to do something and it gets done. It's just unfortunate sometimes, you know, that in my case, I don't really do, you know, just two-stage polishing. I'm always chasing, you know, that show finish. And that's my own fault. You know, I've decided to specialise in doing that. And I have to stand by the accidents that you have, or the possibility of the accidents when they happen. So I wanted to show that, you know, I get loads of compliments about my work, but I thought it was important to show that, you know, nobody's perfect, nobody does a job without having something go wrong. And it's important to show the downsides. You know, people think they can flat a car and mop a car. You know, when this has been painted multiple times like it has, you know, trying to measure the thickness of the lacquer is a complete waste of time. You've got to work on experience, and in this case, I pushed it too far. Now, I'm sure, you know, there's people who are going to think, oh, bloody hell, you know, I didn't realise that, you know, these things could happen, but they do happen. But as far as I could see, the fact that we put it right at no cost, we wouldn't do this on, you know, a expensive vintage car that had original paint. We'd never push it this far, but the fact that this car's been painted by ourselves, and, you know, we want to get it right. And to be fair, you know, there was a lot of flatting involved on this rear quarter, and I wasn't really surprised that I broke through, but, you know, I was still pushing my luck. You know, I could have left it, you know, and got a little bit more ripple in the finish, but I wanted it to match the door, so that's why I pushed it too far. And I live and die by my work. So you'll see later, you know, the process, you know, of us putting it right. And, you know, there's as much enjoyment for yourselves watching, you know, as things go wrong, as well as just looking at nice, shiny, finished jobs. You know, it's the overall skill set that, you know, enables us to get extreme finishes is because of our knowledge, you know, of the paint. Unfortunately, sometimes, you know, you just push it too far, and that's what happens. But I don't know whether you can actually just see it now as I pass the light over it where I've broke through. Anybody who uses wet flatting or does wet flatting and polishing, I'm sure in their lifetime they've had exactly the same. Whether they admit it or not is another thing, but like I say, you know, I'd rather show the good sides and the bad sides. And also, there's a lot of pride in when this is repaired and it's all polished and you can't tell. You know, there's as much enjoyment for me in, you know, the repair and polish as there is in, you know, getting the finish in the first place. So I thought I'd show it. It's great for the compliments, that, you know, they do keep me going. But I think it's only fair that I show that, you know, we're all human and not everything goes right. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, you know, and give your opinion on, you know, what I've been saying. But again, honesty is the best policy. You know, if you show people that you know, you are honest about what happens, but you can repair it, you know, I hope that instills a bit more confidence in people when they bring the car to us. You know, I'm 60 years old. It ain't the first time something's gone wrong. So, but it's probably the first time I've ever, you know, put it on video. So here you go. Anyway, enjoy the video, and I'll just leave you with a few shots of showing the, you know, the way that we masked the car up, you know, ready for the paintwork. Thanks for watching. I enjoy all your comments, and I know that most of you that watch it regular, and I hope you appreciate, you know, today's video. Anyway, I'll leave you with showing you the car in its completely masked up state.